off there?
I don't know, because I was still streaming. I was checking it.
You didn't get no notification or nothing?
Nope. I guess it just cut out because I think I had internet problems at the time. I think that's why. But
The hotel.
yeah, I think it cut out. I think it cut a good portion of it.
Did.
Yeah, because I think of the internet issues. I think that's why. It's all right.
Something that needs to be said. Okay. Yep.
All right.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Please, I would appreciate that.
Yeah. No problem.
So. Anyway, hello, my Serbians, King Cerberus 22 here, and this one's a little bit of a different video / stream. This is something that we need to talk about, and this is something I really didn't want to talk about. I just kind of wanted to be over and done with it, but this is something that's been bothering us for a while, and you guys have a right to know about it as to why we don't associate with this person and why we don't hang out with them anymore and all that stuff. But before I continue, I'm here with Brother Eddie, also known as Phenom 9895. Say hey, Eddie.
What's up, guys? This is Phenom 9895 here, and welcome to King Cerberus 22's live stream. If you haven't yet checked already, feel free to hit me and subscribe. You know, we're on the road to 50. I'll be doing some live streams here and there, depending on my schedule, because my schedule is kind of mixed at the moment. But you know, if you want, you can also follow on Twitch, because I'll try and do Twitch and see if that'll work out as well. But yeah. So, anyways, let's get started with this. So now, what are we going to talk about?
So, in case you guys don't know, years and years ago, we used to hang out with somebody we used to consider family, or a brother named Andrew Epa 16. And some things went down, and we don't speak with him anymore. And and I know you guys are wondering, well, whatever happened to him? Because the last time you've seen him in a video was when my brother Eddie here did a compilation on Uno, and he was in that compilation, right? So that was the last time he was in a video, right? So why don't we hang out with him anymore? What's going on? And so forth. And we're going to give our thoughts, our emotions, and then we're going to end it with a happy note. We're going to give you guys some good news as well. But this is something we need to let you guys know about, because we just want to be over and done with it. I just want to move on from it. And not only that, but you guys have a right to know what's going on. And to know why he's no longer in any of our streams or videos or anything like that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to let Brother Eddie take over right now so he can get off what he wants to say, and then I'm going to say what I want to say, and then we're going to end it off and like I said, end this on a good note. So Eddie, would you like to do the honors?
I will. Just give me 1 second here while I complete my transaction at the moment, because I might be purchasing some DLC, guys.
Yeah, I'll be getting some DLC for Goat Simulator and all that other stuff too very soon, by the way. And also, I want to let you guys know, this is not going to be any hate or anything like that. We're just saying how we feel. So I don't want to get any threats or anything like that. This is just how I'm feeling, how we're feeling, and that's that.
Oh, okay. Hold the phone.
Yeah, that's why I backed out of it. But no. So anyway, That's what's going on. It's just saying how we feel.
Free receipt and Sepulveda for
Um,
taking deposition. What the? There's some new shit. The fuck?
what?
Okay, so we obviously know about the pre-trial conference. Now they're saying notice Priest and Sepulveda for taking deposition. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
I
And
have
there's
no idea.
another exhibit.
Oh God.
Okay, so let me just let me. So obviously, you guys know Deadly Scorpions on YouTube, otherwise known as his game tag Andrew Ever 16, right? Okay, so on October 15th of 2025. And I am saying this with all due respect, and I'm saying this with all the evidence in the world because I have the court records on my phone right now. So, may I remind you, but he was, sorry, I'm trying to collect myself here before I get extremely pissed. So, on that day, he got arrested for possession of you know what, traveling to meet a you know what, unlawful use of a two-way communications device of a you know what, and resisted without violence. So, there was an operation in Citrus County which was called Operation Boogeyman, which you can look up on the web, on Google, or everything else. It will show everything on the news. It will show his mugshot. And I told him, Angela, I was like, you know, if you had some way of doing it, I could just put the image right there. But unfortunately, he can't. So, this is my thoughts on this. I've known Andrew since 2015. Okay? I didn't think he was going to go that low and that stoop to that level. Now, did I know he was kind of... Yes, but that's besides the point. The point being is this. This is not hate. This is nothing like that. This has been going on since October, and the case is still ongoing. There's 3 exhibits. There's a body cam footage that hasn't been released yet. There has been a lot of evidence searched in his car, may I remind you. In that exhibit in his car, there is a search warrant. They found his phone, which had all the devices and everything on it. They found some media files on the phone, which I'll let you think of. When I say you know what, you should obviously know what I mean by you know what of this and that. I ain't going to say the whole thing because I'm not going to have King Cerberus over here getting demonetized or taken down because of that shit. So...
And we don't want any trouble either. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but we don't want any trouble from anybody or anything like that. This is just...
That's what... And like I said...
We're just saying how we feel. That's all we're doing.
And if you don't believe me, I got the whole court file on my phone. And it shows everything. Everything that's on it. So, he met this, I'm going to say minor, I'll leave it as minor, on Reddit. And this was an operation, okay? So, he was going on his own Reddit. And then the undercover was, You Happy Mountain, okay? He should have known right then and there that that was a sting operation. And they were talking so graphic, I can't even share this on YouTube, bro. Yep. But you can even imagine how it went. Had Judge Fritton for a while, and then they switched over to a new judge because they thought that he was going to be harsh. So that's probably why, more than likely.
We don't know.
Now, exactly, we don't know. Now, may I remind you that I have everything, and then this is stuff filed by the state. They were searching through his phone, and they found stuff that I cannot say as videos.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 counts of it, which he admitted to it, but now is denying it. Why the fuck would you admit that you have that shit on your fucking phone, but then you want to deny it and say you're not guilty about it? Call me crazy, but that ain't right at all. So let's get on with the other shit. So I've been keeping an eye on this. And not only that they found so much evidence and the court is still ongoing with this, it's baffling to me. It is so baffling to me that he went to do that. And not only that, it's just it's kind of putting a bad reputation. So they found notice, player, and support for taking the position, which I can't view on that because it's upon request. There's another discovery exhibit, and then they found the judge resigns. So it's on there. So with this being this is a pre-trial conference again, and not only I gotta say, you know, with the Operation Boogeyman, I did not think I would honestly see Andrew in this. Like, I didn't think he was gonna be that capable of doing that, but he did. He was discussing what sizes and what sizes are bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went on from there. So this is how I'm going to leave it as. Oh, and before I continue on, this guy was the same one that, if you guys remember Raider Nation Sam, which he admitted that he did this as well, to a 10-year-old to ask him to show him the you-know-what. So, and he wanted us to forgive Sam and defend him. So, when one crawls out of the sewer, the other one crawls out with him. So that pretty much leaves it as that. So this is my final thoughts on this. You really put a bad reputation in your name. You really put a huge hit in your life. You must now register as a you-know-what for life. You pretty much just hurt not only me, not only King Cerberus, not only our own mother, but your whole friends as well. Because nobody wants anything to do with you because of what you did. Now, sure, you can argue with the fact saying that you didn't do it this, or you can try to convince that, but I'm done. I don't associate with that crap. And by the way, I have a little nephew who is about 11 years old, okay? If he would have did that with him, yeah, we would have a huge fucking problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is gonna be it. Andrew, I don't forgive you for what you did. I don't think that, I don't think you knew. Well, I think you knew, sorry. I'm trying to word it here. I don't think that you understand the consequences that you had for your actions. You know what you did. You just want to be in denial. And being in denial ain't going to be anywhere in life. And the whole family shit that we had, it's gone. It's destroyed. I cannot be with someone, and I cannot forgive someone that does that. So, buddy, whatever happens the rest of your life, I wish you luck in it, but rotten piss.
So this is my stance on things. I've known Andrew for longer than anybody here, if you know that. I went to high school with the guy. And he and I have had our ups and downs. We've had our issues. A lot of them. Trust me. More than I'd like to talk about. When I found out this happened, I I was confused. Honestly, I was trying to, like, I thought it was a dream. Like, I thought I was going crazy when I first heard about it. I didn't want to believe it. I'll be honest. I didn't want to believe it because of how long I've known him, and I considered him family, you know. And after all these years, I felt betrayed. I felt like he stuck a knife in my back that is going to stick in there forever. And you know, it's something this is something I didn't want to talk about, but I had to get it off my chest, because if you know me, you know I'm not very good with my emotions, or my words. So this is something I wanted to do this because that way you guys know what's going on. So everything that Brother Eddie and I just said is the reason why we haven't hung out with Andrew, or Deadly Scorpions. My stance is I'm the type of person where I'm very forgiving. I believe that God can make a person better. But I'm not Catholic or Christian, but I do believe in God. And I mean it when I say there's no more chances for you, Andrew. I've given you so many chances over the past, what was it, like 10, 11 years? And I've given you so many chances. And so many chances. And every time I've given you a chance, you've fucked it up. And there were times, yeah, I admit it was me. I admit that. I'm not the best person either in the world. I'll be honest. But I'll be honest with you guys. I don't really know what to say. I'm still trying to understand everything. But I want to take the time, and I want to say to you, Andrew, with all due respect, no hate, none of that, I just want to say this. I really hope that you can accept what you've done and pay for what you've done. I wanted, and for a long time, and guys, this is pure honesty here, I wanted to believe you were innocent. I really wanted to believe it because I didn't think you were ever that type of person to do that. But, and I know a lot about Andrew. He's always the type of person where he wants to one-up somebody or thinks that he's better than everybody else. And that part's true if you know him. But I never thought he was capable of this. And I sit here today and I'm grateful for the life I have. I've made my share of mistakes. I know Brother Eddie has. I know we all have. But this is something that we needed to let you guys know about. Not the whole, thing, like we're not detectives, we're not anything like that. We don't know the whole situation as to what's going down. So we don't want any trouble with that or anything like that because we don't know everything. Only thing is we could tell you what we know. And what we're feeling and all that stuff. If I just want to say this, if I can come up with the words, I want to say to everybody that was involved in this, that was a part of this, all the families and all that was a part of this, I want to say I'm sorry to those people because you don't deserve to go through that kind of stuff. That's a rough thing to deal with. I want to my heart goes out to you guys, for everybody that's suffered through this. And to you, Andrew, I can't believe you would do something like this. You've betrayed me. There's no forgiveness this time. And as far as I'm concerned, if you were to come back and you asked us for forgiveness and to bring you back in, we would say no. No way. I don't deal with that stuff either. So I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say, have a good life. Let God look down upon you with hope and forgiveness that we can't give. And I just hope that you see the error of your ways. Because even though there is no coming back to the group from what you did, but at least you can look at yourself and say you admitted you did something wrong, and I'm sorry, I'm a very optimistic person most of the time, so I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm getting off subject. But anyway, 11 years. Can you believe that, Eddie? 11 years.
But just know it's not our fault that he chose this path. He chose this path on his own being. And may I remind you too, buddy, that you did say that he was acting weird. Like something was off. He was sweaty and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I know. He was also very distant. And that's the thing. It's like, one thing I knew about Andrew was he was never distant. He was never on edge like he was when all this was going down. So he was acting a bit weird. But I couldn't put my head around it at the time, so that's why I'm like, when I heard about it, I didn't want to believe it. I looked at it and I'm just like thinking to myself, have I officially lost my mind? Like, this wasn't true to me,
Nobody wanted to believe it.
Exactly. And then I see all the proof and I'm just sitting there. And if you guys know me, this is something Eddie could tell you about me. I'm never usually a emotional guy. I'm usually not. I can't express my emotions. I can't express my words very well. So when I heard about it, I literally went to Eddie and I let it all loose because I had nobody to talk to. I didn't know what to do. I was confused. I was scatterbrained. I lost all sense of reality there for a second because I didn't want to believe it. But I wanted to take the time to say, Andrew Eppa, 16 Deadly Scorpions. For a long time, you and I and Eddie and everybody else, we had a lot of fun. We enjoyed doing videos together. We had a lot of fun with that. And even if you want to admit this to Eddie, you're more welcome to. In a lot of ways, I miss those times. I miss those times. It was a lot of fun. We were always happy. We always found ways to entertain people. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. But I just hope that you can see the error of your ways and accept what you've done and take responsibility for it. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna pay the price for what you've done, and there's no forgiveness. There's no more chances. There's none of that. like I said, I've given you so many chances in the past 10, 11 years. And I can't do it anymore. I've got... I can't... I don't want to be associated with that. So, I'm just going to say this. I just hope that you pay for what you do, for what you've done, and I just hope that at the end of the day, we're saying this as a way of expressing ourselves, not to spread hate, not to, cause any more problems. We're not trying to do that. If that's how it comes off, I apologize. It's not our intention. We're just coming here, just tell you guys what's going on, why we haven't hung out with Andrew, why Deadly Scorpions hasn't been around us, and what's happening now. And that's what's going on. So, but yeah, there's much more I could say, but I want to leave for some of it for privacy reasons. But I will let Brother Eddie say what he wants to say, and then we'll go from there. So go ahead, Brother Eddie.
Okay. Now, to answer your question about if I missed the good times that we had with him. I'm going to be brutally honest and say no. I don't.
I respect that.
I don't miss that. And it's not because of the fact that I didn't like the dude. I didn't. It's the fact of wasn't very social. It was kind of too quiet. I kind of had a strange feeling about him, and I didn't want to say anything about it until I figured out what was adding one and one together.
Right.
And this isn't the first time he's been put on the hot seat. So, and this isn't his first rodeo with doing this either. He had an earlier incident where he was doing it with an ex-co-worker. And that co-worker was a minor too. So, which that is also on the court files, which I can talk about as well.
Right.
But the point being, do I miss it where he's actually on his good behavior and actually not being the dick? Absolutely.
That's what I was talking about.
The past couple of times that he was over here in my state, he was kind of a bit of a douche.
Yeah, I know. I was talking about I'm talking about the good, happy moments is what I was talking about.
You mean where he made him rage and not wanting to play again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed him raging pretty much. I pissed him off at one point where the other Adam was in here. I had Pussy. And he's like, he's sorry. I think it was a crop or something. He's like, God damn it. And then Adam's like, Andrew, you need to look at this. You need to look at this.
Oh, God.
Oh, you need to. And then he's sitting there like, oh, my God.
One of my, and I don't mean to cut you off, but this is one of the moments that I loved was when we made him rage, was when we were doing Uno. And we had like the thing where we had to go around and everybody had to put in cards, and we got to 20 something. I think it was like 21 or 22 or something like that. And he got every single one of them. And you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but if you've seen Eddie's compilation video, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah, I thought that's... Yeah, like that stuff was funny. I love that.
It was.
Yeah, and I also like the part where it was like, when you're like, I don't have that color either. And then you're like, what color do you have? Like, that's...
He's like, what color do you have?
Reddish blue?
I I was trolling. I was
Yeah.
honestly trolling as shit on that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like those are the moments that we miss because, you know, those were times where we actually had, good laughs and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe at his expense, but it was trolling, it was fun, what have you. It was part of the game. Those are the moments that we miss. But like Eddie said, the real person behind him is more than what you see, and I knew that for more than anybody, and I never wanted to accept it. I never wanted to admit it, but that's the truth, and I'm sorry that we didn't say anything sooner. We didn't know what to say. We didn't know what we were going to say. I couldn't even put all the pieces together. I still don't fully know what I want to say, but I'm just saying how I'm feeling. But I just want to say I hope this could be over and behind us. Me and Eddie don't want any trouble. We just want to say how we feel. We want to clear the air with everything. And that's that. That's it. We're just trying to clear the air. We don't want any problems. We don't want any of that. So we just figured we'd come to you guys and tell you why we haven't done anything with him. And that's why. We can't talk about anything with the case. That's personal matters. And we know nothing about it. But we can only tell you what we know and how we feel and what we've been through. And what was next with us and him. So, and that's basically the gist of it. So, is there anything you'd like to add before we end this, or no?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Now, guys, I know there's gonna be some subscribers on his YouTube where people are gonna defend him and all that other stuff, but I want you to, and we are in your shoes about that. How would it look on you if you were defending somebody that was doing that? That makes you the problem. That doesn't make you the solution, like that. No, it makes you more the problem. It makes you more that way. That's why I'm saying Sam did the same thing as him, except for the fact he didn't ask. He went on and just talked to somebody randomly on all the fucking places, Reddit. Now, don't be the problem, guys. Be the solution. Let's try to end this crap. Come on now. Let's save the minors, save the children. Because they don't deserve to be through this shit. Absolutely not. Shit, I can say this because I've been through that when I was 3. I ain't afraid to admit it. My sister found stuff that my mom did to me that was questionable and said that I finally was telling the truth after I was trying to explain it for 8 fucking years. So, I've been through that shit. No one else should have to go through it. But that's all. Be the solution, not the problem.
And always do good things in your life and try to be a good inspiration to others. Because life's too short. And if you were to make a mistake like that, you probably won't, you can't fix it. So always try to inspire to be good, and always give, and always try to be a good person. That's how me and Eddie always try to be. We enjoy talking to you guys. We enjoy doing this stuff for you guys. But this is why we're coming here to tell you about what's going on, because you have a right to know why we don't talk with him anymore, why we don't do stuff with him anymore, and so forth. Because if you knew a long time ago, we used to do a bunch of videos and streams with him all the time. So we don't do that anymore. So we wanted to clear the air and tell you why. And if he would ever come back and all that stuff. And the plain and simple answer is no. He will never come back with us. There is, like Eddie put it simply, he said, there's no forgiveness this time. There's no forgiveness on this end either. You know, I'm usually very forgiving, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back, you know, as the old saying goes. And honestly, I'm okay with that. So I wanted to take the time to thank you guys for listening. Like I said, we don't know anything about what's going on with the courts or anything like that. We're just telling you what we know. We're telling you the reasons why we don't hang out with Andrew or Deadly Scorpions anymore. Why he hasn't done anything on his channel. Or anything of that sort. So we're not here to bring hate. We're not here to do anything of that stuff because we're not hateful people, okay? We're just here to tell you how we feel and to tell you what's been going on and update you guys. That's all we're doing. So thank you for giving us the time to talk. And let's end it on a good note, guys. After this video, and I'll let Eddie say something too if he wants. We're going to be doing, me and Eddie are going to be doing a Goat Simulator 3 stream for you guys. And the special announcement is that sometime around July or August, we will have some new maps out to do for Goat Simulator for you guys. And as well as a bunch of other games that we're going to be doing, like Halloween. We're going to be doing Gran Turismo races online. We're going to be doing Wheel of Fortune together at some point. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff for you guys in the very near future. And like I said, Eddie's got a lot of live streams planned for you guys as well. I'll let him tell you what the stuff he's got planned here in a minute. But I'm looking forward to the collaborations with Eddie and everybody else. And I'm looking forward to the upcoming stuff I have coming for you guys because it's going to be a hell of a journey. So I'll let you end it off, Eddie. Say the good things you want to say, what you're looking forward to, and all that stuff, and then we'll end it.
I'm sorry, I'm watching my back of the clips I see.
You're fine. Damn it. I pushed the wrong button. That was my bad, guys.
God damn it. What, did you end it?
No, I accidentally got out of the home screen, but no, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna be doing some new Monopoly shit.
Oh, God.
I know. The only thing is that I need to up the people's voices just a little bit. I think Ryan's voice needs to be up just a teensy bit, but I'm watching back. He's like, "Oh, you don't get 200 pass and go?" No, he's like, "That's bullshit."
My favorite moment was when Adam would always knock down all the pieces when he would come across past us, and that stuff was funny every time. But go ahead. But yeah, guys, he's got a lot of good stuff coming up for you guys. Like I said, I'll let him tell you what he's got coming up. But
he doesn't need that.
but yeah, guys, he's got some good stuff coming for you guys. So go ahead, Eddie. You can continue.
What's it?
I think you could continue what else you had planned and all that stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna try and do some Goat Simulator as well.
Yep, we're gonna be doing that here in a little bit. So, is that all you wanted to say?
Nope, that's it.
That's it?
I just want $1.
All right, guys. So thank you for giving us the time to express ourselves, to let out our feelings and emotions, and to update you guys as to what's going on. And we look forward to seeing you in the upcoming adventures that we've got with you guys. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Eddie, for being a part of this.
No
and,
problem.
And we love you guys. We really do. And we're looking forward to bringing you guys some great stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't, come like, comment, subscribe on the channel. Once you subscribe, I'll give you a shout out. I do that for everybody. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. Also, go follow Phenom9895 on his channel. Awesome guy. We're trying to get him to 50 subscribers so he could do stuff like Sunday the Arrival and Halloween and all that stuff for you guys. And then do some more compilations as well. So anyway, give his channel some love too. Give his channel some love too. And again, thank you guys so much for giving us the time to tell you what's going on. So, and to update you guys in that situation. So anyway, thank you again, and we will see you in a little bit with some Goat Simulator. See you guys.